manual therapy procedure being taught in the world which applies to the entire musculoskeletal system, then can bring about these results. And the other wonderful thing about mobilisations with movement is it takes about 2 minutes or less to decide if they are of value. You don't stuff around for 5, 10, 15, half an hour or a day. Within 2 minutes, you know you're going to use a mobilisation.
When I started out as a physical therapist and was pretty excited about continuing education, I would go to these classes and I was pretty impressed if I ended up getting at least one idea that I could use the next week when I went back into the clinic. But then I went to a Mulligan course, and in the first hour there were probably 3 or 4 things that I could use, and then by the end of the class I had written down name after name of different patients I was going to try things on. And so it was very different than other continuing education courses. It's a little bit like surfing. If you catch a great wave, you can surf for 3 weeks and just sit out there and bob around and not catch any more waves, but you catch that one good wave that keeps you surfing for another 3 weeks.
No pain. Now, with every mobilisation with movement, to make it permanent, you must give overpressure. Have you got a colleague here? And you lift up with your index finger. So that lifts, that stabilises. He extends, keep the breathing, and that's the same. And you should start there, because this problem could be coming. Is there anyone here tonight that has a painful finger? Now, back in 1990, I was with a group of colleagues who had been teaching with me and helping, and then started to teach in Europe and in the UK. And I met with these people and we formed an organisation called the MULLIGAN Concept Teachers Association. And the purpose of setting it up was to promote courses and increase the number of teachers. We had to have standards, and unless we set this organisation up, we had no control over what was being taught and the standard of teaching that might just occur around the world. And that was the best thing we ever did. And today we've got teachers from many countries. I think we offer courses in 20-something different languages. And what an amazing group of people they all are. But we found a way of putting 2 things together. And the outcomes have been amazing. Our concepts are unique. And they offer something in the field of manual therapy that's never been done before.
So my name's Sue Reid, and I'm an academic at university with a research and teaching position. So I've been lucky to receive 2 research grants from the MULLIGAN Concept Teachers Association. The first one was to do a randomised controlled trial looking at treating dizziness in people with neck problems. The second one was just recently to look at treating people after a distal radius fracture with Mulligan mobilisation with movement. With my first study, it showed that just 4 treatments with a therapist of having SNAGS to the neck and self-SNAGS had a significant effect on reducing people's dizziness and pain that they had had for many years. The average time people had had their dizziness was 9 years and the longest 36 years. And after 4 simple treatments, they were able to reduce their symptoms of pain and dizziness, and that effect was still there 12 months later. With the second study, we showed, so distal radius fracture is the most common fracture, and we showed that by adding Mulligan MWMs and self-MWMs, that people had a substantially greater result with range of motion, decreased pain, function, and ability to be able to do everyday tasks than the usual recommendation, which is just to do exercises.
It took you 21 years to become a physiotherapist. It's likely to be stood, and we now just reposition the lower.
The big difference between the Mulligan concept and the other treatments is, of course, that Brian Mulligan combined 2 things: the manual part, so the passive part to correct position, and the active part. So we combined 2 things in one technique, and that's really unique. He's doing that over the whole body. Yeah, and I've never seen in the other approaches, the other manual approaches, such good results and quick results as was the Mulligan concept. So yes, that's fantastic.
With our teachers throughout the world now, we have some people who are specializing in the research element. So we have a lot of research backing up our work, as well as the evidence-based medicine of real time within the clinic.
Our concepts, when indicated, particularly mobilisations with movement, give you an instant pain-free result. Now, you can't get better than that. If a patient comes in and they've got a problem, and they can walk out pain-free on their very first visit, and it should be long-lasting. If there's a slight sort of deterioration, well, you might treat them more than once. But we've got no competition in this field. You can't get better than an instant pain-free result.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, we're ready for work.
Yes.
And you expect something to happen instantly, I teach joint each side. At present, I'm in Madrid teaching, and oh gosh, am I having fun. I want to keep doing what I do.
Well, it has been a great experience for me, meeting Brian personally. I think he has a very positive energy, showing, trying to teach what he has already been doing all his life.
I am learning new things, and it's very exciting.
Pick a victim and treat them. Criticism. That should be further up.
Debería ser más cerca de la línea, justo por debajo de
You
la
want to be here, not here.
It's not every day we can meet a person like Brian that has made such a difference in our profession as physiotherapists.
Coming tomorrow?
His enthusiasm is unparalleled. I mean, it's something that it's absolutely contagious. It's the way we need to be with our patients, showing that enthusiasm, but showing good professional skills at the same time. And he just encourages that so much, and it's just such an honor to be here.
I met Brian Mulligan September the 11th, 1982, and my notes on that day, still have them in my cupboard at home, says, "This man is insane."
Brian Mulligan is just a genius. He's one of the last pioneers of physiotherapy, I would call him. And he's so innovating to the physiotherapy, and he's so fascinating to listen to.
And I would describe him as a genius, and he has a great sense of humor. So he's a normal person actually. He's not a dinosaur, he's not a guru, he's just Brian.
It's an example to follow, not only as a professional, not only a physical therapist, but as a human being and as a man.
He's always been this high energy individual who completely believes in his paradigm and his principles and techniques. We don't get to see him that often. When we do, it really is very inspirational and motivates me to expect more from what I do.
Well, Brian Mulligan is an octogenarian Kiwi innovator. He's a bundle of energy and a man who's not scared of the big stage.
Just one word to describe Brian Mulligan: ever enthusiastic.
20 plus years of being around Brian Mulligan is both entertaining and enlightening.
Yes, I am ready.
I'm ready.
Brian Mulligan is he has the mind of an inventor or a composer. I think he has the hands of a skilled manipulator. He has the heart of a saint. He has the energy of a child. He has the tenacity of a bulldog. And he's applied all those character traits to physical therapy for over 5 or 6 decades. So he's an incredible man.
And I think he's got more energy than me. I mean, I'm a pretty energetic person, I think. I like to perform, but I think I would struggle to compete with Mulligan. So he's wonderful.
Travelling this far to our 13th International MCTA meeting.
I'm really happy to be a part of this Mulligan family. All senior teachers, they are helping us to grow in the field, and they're wanting us new physios to take the concept ahead, and they are helping us to grow every time, to grow in the technique aspect, to grow in the research aspect, and that's what the beautiful part of it. And they're treating us like a family members, and there is good bonding between all of us. I think that's a really good part of the Mulligan concept as far as MCTA is considered.
It's a group of friends, and we meet every 2 years, and we have a lot of discussion on things that we're doing. We can develop the concept further, and it's just a great interaction and ability to exchange ideas.
I hope that the concept will be implemented in the work of every therapist working in the musculoskeletal region. I think it's just the first choice method to start when people come in with a sprained ankle, a twisted knee, or back pain, whatever.
Well, I would encourage students to learn the concept just because of research and evidence which guides to that unique thing of combining mobilization and activity. It's quick, effective, it's safe, so as I said before, that would be the main goals for a student.
I think all physiotherapists should be aware and have knowledge of the Mulligan Concept techniques, because without them you are denying your patients the best options for some of the most rapid and sustainable improvement with musculoskeletal conditions.
I use it every day. I still work orthopedically in an eclectic clinic. I see everything from foot and lower extremity pain all the way up to shoulders and necks and headaches on a regular basis. So I get the pleasure of using it all the time. So I see this being the global concept of how physio actually treats in the next 5 to 10 years.
Because it's fast, it's effective, it's efficient, it works. There's a lot of things out there that's good, and some things that are nice, and some things that are fairly effective, but this stuff is head and shoulders above everything else I've used.
The Mulligan concept, again, is the perfect bridge between pain science and manual therapy. It exists in the middle, and I think that's where reality is, and that's where we see, you know, when you apply it to the neural matrix and some of these things that I hope are being taught in school now, I think you see some good results because it's the marriage between a patient and a therapist and two human beings, and I really think that's where the magic occurs.
You know, you may still do your friction massage or your other stuff or what have you, but you're always going to fall back with Mulligan because it just works so bloody darn well.
It looks absolutely perfect. Except. Better! Walk up there and tell them. Walk!
¿Cómo estás?
You do know I love what I do, don't you? It's not an act, it's genuine. And I get so excited when I can make things work. Hey, look, I've had a great day, and I hope you've had a great day. I hope you've all learned something. But if you don't do the courses completely, you've only touched our concepts. Every person in the world should have access to what we have to offer in the field of musculoskeletal medicine. I'm happy.